Good morning, everyone. I hope that you're doing well. Welcome to another session for our purposive communication class. And today we're going to discuss lesson number 16. Okay, and the title of our lesson for today is communication for work purposes, particularly writing a cover letter. So yung cover letter, tinatawag din natin siyang, or yung iba nire-refer siya as an application letter. Ito yung kasama ng pinapasa natin na resume kapag tayo a-apply ng trabaho. At mahalaga na malaman natin kung paano gumawa ng cover letter at ng resume so that when we are going to apply, when after we graduate or while we are studying it, gusto nating magtrabaho, ay makakakuha tayo or more likely, makakahanap tayo ng gusto nating trabaho. Okay? Let me give to you the learning targets for today. At the end of the module, you will be able to discuss the purpose and the processes of writing a cover letter. Bakit tayo kailangan gumawa ng cover letter? At ano yung proseso ng paggawa ng cover letter? Okay? And also, you apply these steps, these processes in writing your own cover letter or in drafting your own cover letter. Okay? But before we start, let me remind you of the activities. Okay, the first one, you have to fill out the 3-to-1 chart below. So, of course, there is a reading. So, diniscuss na po natin yan. So, content notes muna, highlight, underline, and then supply these 3-to-1 chart below by summarizing and generalizing, or by summary and generalization. After that, of course, you have to fill out the sections in B.1 Skill Building Activity 1. You summarize the purpose and process of writing cover letter by filling out the chart below. Okay? And then, pag na-fill out nyo na yung mga individual boxes na yan, ililipat ninyo sa check for understanding para makagawa kayo ng isang cover letter. Okay? There is an example here of the cover letter. Kompleto mula return address hanggang signature block. So, you may want to use this as a pattern. Without further ado, let's start. Again, for our comprehension strategy, we have been practicing our 3-to-1 chart for the past days. And today, kayo yung gagawa niyan. So, i-discuss na natin kung paano siya gawin. And naituro ko na kung paano siya gawin. Okay? Read the text and highlight or underline and then review, summarize, and generalize by doing the 3-to-1 strategy as what is being shown in the previous slide. Okay? Next, let's have our lesson proper. I want you to go at your content notes. Let's read together what is a cover letter. A cover letter is a one-page document sent with your job application. Katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, kasama ito or kapares ito noong inyong resume. At pag nag-a-apply tayo ng trabaho, lagi yung merong cover letter or tinatawag din nating application letter at saka resume. Okay, tingnan nyo, sabi dito one-page document because as much as possible, we avoid being too lengthy kapag gumagawa tayo ng cover letter at saka ng resume. Kasi yung mga pinagpapasahan nating mga tao ay mga busy. Okay, for example, okay, ang mag-hire sa atin ng isang CEO at marami siyang meeting. So, busy na tao yan. So, ang gagawin niya lang dyan ay i-skim or i-scan niya yung resume kung may 50 na aplikante. Kaya, mahalaga na may impact yung cover letter tsaka yung resume natin para more likely mas mapili tayo. Okay? Or mas mag-qualify tayo dun sa position or sa job position that we're applying for. Okay? Ano ba yung goal niya? Ang goal niya ay i-highlight ano yung mga skills, ano yung mga accomplishments mo, take note na nagsusuit sa position na ina-applyan mo. Okay, take note of the word suit. So, ibig sabihin, dapat yung mga nilalagay natin siyang mga credentials, highlights, and accomplishment ay naaayon doon sa ating ina-applyan. Okay? So, iwasan din natin yung paglalagay ng mga accomplishments or highlights na hindi naman related doon sa ina-applyan nating trabaho. So, make sure na yung nilalagay natin dyan ay tinitailor natin with what they are looking for. Okay? An excellent cover letter can capture the interest of the HR manager and persuade to examine your resume and call for you for an interview. So bago tignan yung resume, ang titignan muna dyan yung cover letter, yung tinatawag na application letter. And dapat nga, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, dapat impactful para pag tinignan ng HR or ng human resource kung saan sila yung nag-handle ng hiring, ay mapapersuade or may mahihikayat sila na tignan yung resume mo at tawagan ka para sa isang interview. Okay, therefore, sabi dyan, persuade. So, dapat nakakahikayat. Kasi parang binibenta natin yung sarili natin. Para tayong isang good na or isang product sa TikTok na ina-advertise natin yung sarili natin para tayo yung piliin or para tayo yung tawagan. Okay? The next question is, since alam na natin kung ano yung cover letter or application letter, paano tayo gagawa ng cover letter? Ano yung steps? So here are the step-by-step guide in making your cover or application letter. Number 1 is, of course, you have to know the parts. Meron tayong return address since ito ay liham or ang format niya ay letter. So sa return address, ang nilalagay dyan ay complete name, address, correct mobile number o yung number, okay? And correct email address and date. Okay, dapat tama itong mga ito. Kasi kung mali yung ilalagay mong information dyan at kinontak ka ng employer, no, hindi ka nila marireach. So, yung return address, ito yung personal details mo. Okay? Na gagamitin nila to contact you, okay, for a job interview. So, dapat tama yung mga address, yung mga number at mga email na nilalagay mo dyan. Okay? Next, date line. From the word in itself, date line, so tinitingnan dyan or ang nilalagay dyan ay yung mismong date kung kailan mo sinulat yung letter. Okay? Kung may return address, may inside address din. Yung inside address, ito naman yung address ng pinagpapadalan mo ng sulat or ina-applyan mo ng sulat. Usually, ina-address natin ito doon sa nag-hire. For example, ang nag-hire ay manager. So, yung hiring manager's complete name, dapat ilagay mo doon. Yung designation niya, anong position niya. Okay? Ano yung company name at ano yung address ng company na ina-applyan mo. Okay, mamaya, bibigyan ko kayo ng example. Next, after nun, okay, sisimulan natin yung letter sa salutation or in Tagalog, bating panimula. Okay, this is a greeting such as Dear Sir or Dear Ma'am. Take note na depende din yung salutation sa ina-applyan natin. Halimbawa, Dear Sir or Dear Ma'am. So, dapat ayon din. So, since ang ina-applyan natin or yung ina-applyan natin na tao or yung pinagsisendan natin ng address or ng letter rather ay hindi naman talaga natin personal nakakilala. At syempre, dapat formal ito since this is a job application. Pwede natin gamitin yung or pwede natin silang i-address as to their surname or complete name. For example, okay, Mr. Don Alingan, okay, or Manager Don Alingag, for example. Okay, these are just examples, no? Next, of course, yung first paragraph mo will be the introduction, okay? You compliment the organization. You tell also how you happen to know the vacancy. So, may tinatawag kasi tayong solicited and unsolicited. Okay, pag solicited, ibig sabihin may hiring sila. So, paano yun, Sir Don? Okay, according to tronocaria.info, okay, response to an advertisement or an announced job opening is known as solicited job. So, pag sinabi nating solicited, okay, may specific na hiring. Okay, you are passing or submitting an application letter and resume because it has been advertised or announced na meron silang vacancy. Okay, halimbawa, nakita mo sa advertisement or nakita mo sa social media or sa Facebook na hiring sila ng ganito, kaya ka nag-apply. Okay? Such application is submitted only when it is known that there are some vacancies in the organization. Katulad ng sinabi natin. Okay. Organization that has not announced any vacancy, it is known as unsolicited job application. So, kabaliktaran yung unsolicited. Okay, when an application is sent to an organization that has not announced any vacancy. So, ibig sabihin, wala namang announcement ng vacant position doon sa company na ina-applyan mo, pero baka sakali ka or nag-apply ka ng application for a job, it is known as unsolicited job application. Now, kasama din sa first paragraph you indicate why you are applying. Ano yung purpose ng pag-apply mo? Okay, ano yung position na pinag-a-applyan mo? You state that you are applying for that position. Okay? Second paragraph would be pertaining to the qualification. So, sa introduction, kinomplement mo yung organization, you tell something about the company, something positive, no? You compliment the company or the organization, okay? Discuss mo rin dyan kung by chance, how have you happened to know the hiring, kung solicited or unsolicited job application. Tapos ano yung purpose mo, ano yung position mo na ina-applyan mo, okay? And then, on the second paragraph, you lists or you identify or you give the qualifications, the credentials relevant to what you're applying for. Bakit ka-hire ka? Ba't kailangan kanilang i-hire? Ano yung mga qualifications mo? Again, para itong pagbebenta ng sarili. Okay, it's like you're advertising yourself to be hired. And then next, the third paragraph will be you ask for an interview and your contact details. So you tell your contact details. And then lastly, you close it and you sign the letter or pipirmahan mo. Okay, these are the vital parts of your cover letter or application letter na kailangan nating i-provide, no? And it should be persuasive so that hikayat yung mag-hire sa atin or yung employer natin na piliin tayo. Now, I have here an example of a cover letter. So, sample. Ano nga yung return address? Ito yung address natin. So, nakalagay dyan, si Maria C. de la Cruz, na taga 64 JP Rizal Street, Poblacion, Binangon, Rizal. Ang kanyang number ay ito, 0906-5231-530. And ang kanyang email ay cdelacruzmaria@yahoo.com. Sa email, iwasan natin yung mga hindi formal. Dapat ang tone natin formal kapag nag-apply tayo ng trabaho. So, wala ka dapat nakalagay dyan na www. or halimbawa, pabebegirl@yahoo.com, pabebesadgirl@gmail.com. Yung mga ganon, hindi maganda. Maganda na ang email natin ay yung pangalan natin. Pwedeng una ang surname, pwede din namang una ang first name. So, dapat ito ay may formal tone. Next, you have the date line. Of course, the date line is just about the date when you had written the letter. Next, you have the inside address. Ito naman yung address ng pinapadalahan mo ng sulat. So, ang pinapadalahan mo ng sulat ay si Rachel Gomez. Siya ay HR Manager ng XLA Technologies Incorporated. So, yun yung company. Ang address ng company ay 11th Street, Bonifacio, Global City, Taguig City. Okay? So, after nun, ito na yung tinatawag nating salutation. So, Dear Miss Gomez, kasi si Miss Gomez yung HR Manager or yung HR na pinagpapadala natin na sulat. And then, sabi natin kanina sa first paragraph will be you compliment the organization. So, ayan, I am writing to express a strong interest in the software developer position advertised on JobStreet. Kung makikita ninyo dito, yung kanyang parang pinaka-introduction ay isang sentence lang. So, napaka-brief, di ba? So, nakalagay na dyan kung ano yung ina-applyan niya. Okay? Kung saan niya nakita. Ano yung ina-apply niya? Yung software developer position. Saan niya nakita? Sa JobStreet. So, nakita niya sa JobStreet. So, ibig sabihin, solicited job application yan. Kasi may posting ng vacancy. Okay? Ina-express niya daw yung interest niya para mag-apply. So, Yun yung kanyang first paragraph or first sentence na in just one sentence introduction nasabi niya na kung ano yung purpose ng pag-apply niya, ano yung ina-applyan niya, okay? Saan niya nakita yung application. Again, tandaan natin na sa pagsulat nito, hindi kailangan na masyadong mahaba. Kasi we are assuming that yung mga tao na babasa nito, yung mga bosses ay very busy. Kita nyo, very brief and very concise. Okay? Though, tignan ninyo dito sa first paragraph or first sentence, wala namang nakalagay na kinomplement yung application, yung company. Okay? Pero nakalagay dun sa may content notes natin na pwede nating i-complement. It's for that reason na itong mga resume and cover letter ay may mga vital parts pero wala naman silang pinaka-exact or fix na format. Okay? So, yun. Kaya kung mapapansin ninyo, bakit dito sa first paragraph, or first sentence, hindi naman kinomplement? Sabi ni Sir Don, complement the organization. Wala namang pinaka-uniform or pinaka-specific na dapat lahat ng parts na ito ay meron kapag gagawa tayo ng cover letter. So, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, tinitailor natin. Independent na rin yan kung paano tayo gumawa, yung style natin, no? Sa pagsusulat. Next. Okay, so nasa sa inyo na yun. Depende sa ina-applyan natin. Ano yung second paragraph? Okay? Yung second paragraph ay yung qualifications. Again, when you say qualification, it should be relevant. Credentials, skills, or qualifications. Dapat relevant doon sa ina-applyan natin. So, kung ang ina-applyan natin software developer position, so dapat yung mga nilalagay nating skills and qualifications and credentials dyan ay relevant doon sa job na software developer. Okay? So, basahin natin sa body. My experience as an intern at Boom Tech Technology has equipped me with the necessary skill needed. So, sinasabi niya lang na nag-intern siya sa Boom Technology and Boom Tech Technology at ito ay nakatulong sa kanya yung experience na ito as an intern. In-equip siya sa mga necessary skills needed for the job. During my internship, I have enhanced my learning on OOP by optimizing the use of functions and I have created a fully functioning software. So sinasabi niya na during internship niya nakagawa siya ng fully functioning software. Additionally, I am proficient in developing modern business solutions. So, aside from that, very adept din daw siya or very proficient siya sa pag-develop ng modern business solution using up-to-date technologies, etc., etc. I am knowledgeable in programming languages such as in Java and Python. I can work with the teams and have good problem-solving skills. So, kung makikita ninyo, parang binibenta niya yung sarili niya, no? Kasi, you're stating, bakit ka katanggap-tanggap or bakit kailangan ikaw yung piliin. Okay? In the second paragraph, that's your qualifications. Okay? So, yun siya. Be mindful din because sa tono ng ating construction, make sure na hindi ito mayabang. Okay? We express it na formal, katulad ng nandito sa example. Okay? It shouldn't be condescending, no? It shouldn't be na tunog, nagmamayabang. So, make sure that the tone is good. The tone is formal. Okay? Next. The third paragraph will be asking for an interview and your contact details. Tignan natin. I would like the opportunity to meet you and to further discuss my qualifications. I am available for an interview at your convenience. Okay, sinestate niya na doon na parang looking forward ako sa interview, available ako. Thank you for your time and consideration. So, nag-close na siya doon. Okay? So, pwede nyo ring i-add dyan sa dulo, you may contact me, ganito, ganyan, ganyan. But kung makikita ninyo, dito, nakalagay na kasi sa return address yung contact details niya. So, kaya siguro hindi na nilagay. Okay? Kasi nandun naman sa taas. But of course, pwede nyo ring ilagay na you may contact me on this email or you may contact me on this number. Tas lagay ninyo. Okay? And then, there is the last part, close and sign the letter, which is the complimentary close. Sincerely, truly yours, etc., etc. And then, signature block, which is yung pirma ninyo. So, that's how you do, okay, the cover letter. I have here another example. So, tignan nyo na lang. And then, today, we have discussed, the purpose and the process of writing a cover letter, and you have applied the steps in writing a cover letter. So, ganun lang din po yung gagawin ninyo sa activity. And that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask via GC. So, I'll be very happy to assist. Thank you so much.